Well, it seems our boy DSP Gaming went to have his Eric Cartman mastermind moment. Sadly, it didn't turn out the way he thought it would. Hey guys, Jeff aka GCurse here with another DSP React video. I have missed each and every one of you. It's actually been almost 2 weeks with work resuming. Things get a little bit slower because of that. But I know there's a lot of other people out there that produces a lot better quality content than I do. But anyway, I just want to say, how are you all doing? But anyway, our boy DSP Gaming, it's been a 2026 already for him, hasn't it? He decided that he was going to delve back into drama. Why? Basically because his streams are not getting him the money that he feels that he's deserving of, and because of this, he thought he would do the evil drama stuff, even though he claims that he doesn't deal with drama, that he is a good boy. Well, when people started calling him out on it, he decided to use another ploy. That he is a mad scientist, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. He was putting this all together. This is some Chancellor Palpatine level of manipulation, according to him. So let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, let's see if I can remember. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, there we go. See. I'm not that senile. 3, 2, 1.
There's one other thing that happened this week. It happened yesterday. I actually want to talk about it now because I want to explain a little bit about my methodology and what went on there. All right? So if you didn't see it yet, yesterday I did a stream called DSP Goes Nuclear. What it was I wanted to do something a little different, and it was an experiment.
Okay, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, like I already said, Phil claims that he doesn't do drama content, that drama content is basically, it is the lowest type of content, that he is above that he wants to produce positive content, that he just wants to have fun and play video games. Except when those streams that he likes to produce doesn't make the money he feels that he's worthy of having, and it forces him to do stuff that he claims that is wrong when other people do it. Except for him, apparently, because when he does it, he feels like he's on the right side.
Okay, it was something that I wanted to test the waters on and to see how it would work. For the last year, I'd done zero reacting content besides reacting to game trailers. And
so in the span of like 5 seconds, he already contradicted himself. I don't do reaction content. Oh, except when I do video games. This is something you get used to with Phil. He will double talk. He will triple talk. He is basically a hypocrite.
Things like that on this very show. But I hadn't been reacting to anything else. And I used to do a react show for 2 years that had various levels of success. Some people were craving.
Keep in mind, for him, success isn't how well liked a show is, how shared that show is. No, for him, something is a success only if it meets a monetary metric. That's all it is with this guy. He doesn't care if his product is good or not. If he actually cared about his product, he would have updated his setup 10 plus years ago, when people were literally telling him, Phil, you may want to start changing things. And Phil adamantly said, no, I'm not going to have RGBs, because RGBs are what oh god, what did he like to say? I can't recall what he used to say. It's like what idiots on Twitch would do to get people's attention. I was above that. I like sitting on my couch, and so forth and so forth. But look where he is now. Also, regarding the whole React show that he did, keep in mind, he also claimed that React content was the lowest type of content possible. Then look what he does. The guy is literally a living hypocrite. He will say one thing and then he will do the thing that he hates. When people called him out and said, hey, Phil, you actually called React content stupid and low effort production videos, Phil would actually attack those people. even though that they were literally using his own words against him. So this is nothing new. This is nothing new. Like I said, the guy's a hypocrite.
The return of that kind of content, okay?
That's right, Phil. Drink your gin.
So seeing that basically the landscape was rife with demand. Yeah, right.
Okay, he just literally said it right there. His viewers were not asking for drama content, but he still did it. Why? It isn't because he cares about what his viewers want. No, it's just about what he thinks can fill the coffers or the king's tax.
And that there was a unique video that had come out that was this kind of crossover between two detractors of other people. I said, I want to react to this. And
Why? Why do you, and now he's going to use the word interject later, so I'm just going to kind of use it now. Why do you feel the need to interject into something that you say that people shouldn't do? You say, Phil says that drama content is bad, yet here he is. And he'll claim that, oh, this was a science experiment or some whatever he claimed, or whatever it is exactly that he claims, that he did this to show that he could do it if he wants. Phil, you're proving yourself to be a moron. Stay in one lane. Drama content is bad for everybody, including you, if you do it. Or it's not bad at all, Phil.
so yesterday I reacted to the video that was the detractor reaction to LTG's reaction to the detractor video about Wings of Redemption. I know that sounds messy because it is, and now it's gotten even worse because now there are people who have reacted to that video and people have reacted to the reaction to the reaction. So now there's like a 6-7 levels of reacting now on the internet, which I knew would happen. So there's two things about yesterday's stream.
Okay.
Number one, very much, I wanted to test the waters with this kind of content. I did.
This isn't a test. He's done drama content before. This will only work if the viewers that are watching him are new to his product. Phil has been known for doing drama content. He does it very poorly, but he does it. He acts like that this is something that he never did before, that this is a brand new step forward for him. No, it's not. It's not. He did drama content about a year ago when he was riding high with Kino Casino.
I wanted to see what would happen if I just did it out of nowhere. And you might say, well, why didn't you talk about it ahead of time? Because I knew if I talked about it ahead of time, that it would be ruined. The whole idea is to surprise everyone with this, and never saw it coming. No one knew I was going to do that. Shocked a lot of people. And, you know, that's the point.
It shocked absolutely nobody because we all know what you're like, Phil. We know that you will step on, you will attack anybody possible if you think you can get some money out of it.
That way people talk about it, people get interested, as opposed to, we already knew about this, not very big deal anymore, okay? So, in regards to all of this, all right?
All right.
How did it go, and why did I actually do it at the end of the day? Well, how did it go? Well, the views were great on the channel, and what I mean by that is the stream attendance was double my normal stream attendance, outside of the view botting that came and went, because people just tend to be stupid.
Don't you just love how he attacks people? He will attack people, but then when people then defend themselves against him, he'll be like, what did I do? What did I do? Why are people attacking me? I'm just a nice guy. I just want to play games and have fun. But then he does these snide little underhand comments, and he will attack people. This is the way he was brought up, because ultimately, at his core, his parents were fucking failures. Dave Burnell was a failure for failing to keep his kid in line, and Linda Burnell was a failure for constantly coddling him. That combination gave birth to what we see here, ladies and gentlemen.
When I do something like this, but it went away, and then I saw, okay, we have over 400 consistent viewers. That's good. The kick viewership as well was double what it normally would be. The engagement was insanely sky high, meaning there was ridiculous amounts of people who were talking during the stream, but it was a lot of trolling. In fact, I would argue it was most.
Well, gee whiz, Phil, when you basically, all you have left, with the exception of a couple diehard dents, all you have left are trolls. Yeah, it's going to attract trolls when you do drama content. Especially when you're somebody as toxic as Phil Burnell. Those trolls are constantly watching him, and when they get what they want out of Phil, they're gonna send out like an alert, and it's gonna bring in more trolls, and they're just gonna constantly fucking harass him.
Mostly trolling. What's funny is that yesterday, everyone in the Kick chat was saying how much they hated it. This is awful content. This morning, everyone comes in and is talking about it.
You do know people talk about things they don't like. They may not like what they're talking about, but it isn't just like that. If they see something they don't like, that they're not going to talk about it. I may see a car crash. I live right next to a busy street, and there's been a few times that there have been some severe car wrecks out there because people just don't watch what they're doing. I'm not going to look at that car wreck and then just literally say nothing about it. I'll say something about it. Phil literally thinks that if you don't like something, you're not going to say anything about it. But keep in mind, this is the same guy that will openly talk about things he doesn't like. He doesn't like the way Call of Duty is being handled by the game producers. He doesn't like how people treats him. He doesn't like the people who mow the grass outside when he's making his recordings. Keep in mind, this is how Phil is. It's okay for Phil to do things, but when it's everybody else, no, they can't do anything. So for Phil, he likes to talk about things he doesn't like, but everybody else, no, you can't do that. So in Phil's mind, if Phil does something that people don't like, he believes that literally those people should not say anything about it, which is kind of fucked up if you ask me.
But I thought you hated it. I thought it was the worst content ever. I thought you never wanted to see me make that content. Then why can't you stop talking about it today?
Literally, I would wish I could pay somebody to psychoanalyze this guy. They would literally probably say that this guy should be committed to some sort of institution, not based on the fact that he could literally hurt people, but based on the fact that he has lost grip of reality so badly that he could actually become a harm to himself.
Funny how that works, right? Amongst my actual longtime viewers and fans, it was also a mixed reaction.
Okay, this is something you're gonna have to get used for Phil. He is never gonna blatantly just say something was totally bad. Because if he literally said that this was an abject failure, it was bad, that means he knows everybody is going to descend upon him, point and laugh, which they already are. So what does he do? He tries to make it as positive as possible. Well, it wasn't totally positive, but it was still pretty good. This is the way he always is with every venture that he does. He doesn't want to face any sort of being criticized. So you will never hear him say, oh, it was an abject failure. I'm never going to do it again. He will always try to spin it in a way that it's going to be positive.
Of my viewers don't want drama, and I understand that. We've been through drama many times over the years. We even went through a whole arc of it right there for a little bit. What was it, like 6 months of it?
He's talking about Kino Casino.
Most of the people who are my longtime viewers, supporters, and fans today just want to see me do gameplay, period. They don't want drama. They don't want nonsense. They just want to hang out and enjoy each other's company and play games.
And to that, Phil Burnell, please, I can't say it. And to that, Phil Burnell says, fuck you. He's going to do what he wants. Because literally, he is going to literally say, if don't push me because I got a button. And if you push me, I'll push this button.
Relax and chill. So I get that. Some people thought it was interesting. They actually thought that maybe it was a little different. They thought that maybe that's something that I could delve into every once in a while. To be honest, I haven't heard many people dispute the things I said.
The people who probably dispute him, he will instantly label as trolls, and he just waves off whatever they say. That's the way this guy is. He doesn't take any real sort of criticism. When people do have criticism for him, he literally just calls them a troll and basically tells them to shut up. Or he bans them. To the point where literally all that he has left in the stream for that day, in that little chat room or whatever you call it, it's a bunch of glorified yes men. Oh, yes, Phil, that was the best thing you ever did. Yes. Phil, I don't think that this is the best ban. That's the way this asshole is. That's the only way he is. So when he says, "Oh, it's predominantly positive," yeah, let's look at how many people actually disagreed with it
in that stream. In fact, almost no one has. If anything, what people are basically saying is, nah, Phil did speak truth there, but it's just that it's Phil. So because Phil, give him shit, don't take him seriously, can't give him the W on this one, gotta give him an L.
Okay, guys, get ready. The pity train is rolling on. Get your tickets ready. Woo! Woo! Here we go with the poor me. Nobody gives me a chance. They gotta say negative stuff and put me down, not because I did anything wrong, but because I'm Darkside Phil. This is so wrong. Oh, fuck off, man. Fuck off. Get out of here with that shit.
Somehow, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always like that. Always a hypocrite, except, you know, I'm a hypocrite if you believe everything that you're told by my detractors and don't actually watch my content.
Don't believe those guys over there. Believe the guy who has a literal documented history of lying to everybody. This is the same guy who literally said, well, hell, a lie is still an answer. A lie is still an answer. It doesn't matter what I say. This is the guy who's telling you, don't believe what those guys say. Believe what I, the proven liar, says. Right, Phil. Okay, Phil.
If you watch the content, you realize I'm not a hypocrite. It's just that they say I am because that's how they make money.
You literally just proved yourself to be a hypocrite in this video. You said you don't do drama content, yet here you are, Phil. Here you are. You say you don't like to get in the dirt, that you just want to be a good, wholesome, positive, I hate that fucking word when it comes out of his mouth, by the way, a positive influence for people. He just wants to be a nice guy and have friends and play games. Yet here he is making a drama video. Yeah, Phil, you're not a hypocrite at all. Keep telling yourself that.
Money. But anyway, overall, it was a mixed reaction, but it wasn't an overwhelmingly negative.
See, like I said, it's a mixed reaction. It was mostly positive. He will never tell you it's a negative. It was a failure. He will never tell you that because his ego prevents him from saying it. His ego will never allow him to take an L. That's why we have to constantly point this shit out. Because if he didn't have the detractors, he would lie to everybody. He would literally tell them that he is God if he had a chance. Well, in his mind, he actually does believe he's God.
So what that tells me is this. I definitely am not going to be doing this kind of content frequently. There's no reason to. I'm good playing games, chilling, running podcasts, and having a good time with my audience. But
I'm going to do it again. He can't even keep his hypocrisy, consistent. I'm not going to do it again, but you're a fucking hypocrite, dude. Just admit that you want to skinwalk as every other drama content creator, especially your boy Asmongold. By the way, we all know you're still sliding into his DMs.
If ever there's a reason to. You know what I'm saying? If ever there's a reason.
Oh, God, look out, everybody. He's getting tough. He's getting tough. Keep in mind, this is the same guy that refuses to face anybody. But yet, he expects us to believe that he's going to get tough. And he's pointing his finger. He's pointing his finger to show you how tough he is. Get out of here, dude.
To bring back this kind of content. There's a good reason. Something's going down. I need to interject.
Why? Why? If it has literally nothing to do with you, why do you feel the need to interject yourself onto it? Oh, and that's right, because Phil feels the need to be the center of everything. This is something I think he actually mentions later. Phil literally feels that he is the sun in which, shines down upon everything. Why the hell did he need to interject himself into a low-tier god and Wings of Redemption and all? He didn't. He just feels the need to try and glom whatever people he can. That's all it is with him. Ultimately, this guy, if you look below the surface, you can basically see what it is that makes this guy tick. It isn't trying to put the best product forward. No, he just wants money, and that's basically what it is. He doesn't care about people. If he actually cared about the people, he would have still had a huge audience from when Asmongold, gave him that little boost. But no, when Asmongold's own viewers were literally telling Phil, stop this fucking focusing on your detractors, just play the game. Phil couldn't do that. Phil could not do that. He kept up with the detractors. He kept on with the begging, and that's why they're gone.
Myself into a situation or give my opinion on something, I can do it. But I can tell you right now, I have to do it in a way that it doesn't get ruined. So it might be a surprise. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a successful experiment.
Okay, so we went from it was okay to it was very okay to now it was successful. You see what he's doing here? He's constantly just changing it. And when in reality, it was not a success. This guy was seen as a fucking joke like he always is.
Now, you heard what I just said. It was a successful experiment. Okay? But it means something else than just an experiment at face level as a piece of content.
Oh, by the way, I'm getting serious vibes from the Kingsnake 1.0 arc back with Kino Casino. Remember, this was a scientific experiment also then. He wanted to find a couple misery merchants, his words, not mine, to basically snake. And we all saw it for what it was. Phil didn't snake anybody. What it was everybody was pointing and laughing. Then Phil basically decided to go with plan B. Go, look, no. What it was I was working them. Yeah, Phil, you were working them to get you to act like a fucking fool. Okay, Phil, if you were working them for them to make you act like a fool, really.
Because yesterday, folks, was also a different kind of experiment. So everyone out there who's restreaming this, everyone who's clipping this, get ready. Because this is actually what you wanted to know all along yesterday. And I saved this little tidbit of information until right now.
Actually, what I wanted to know yesterday was what I was going to be doing today. So you're wrong with that, Phil.
Okay? Yesterday's little experiment was conducted for one
You're using that word, Phil. I don't think you understand what it actually means.
really sole reason. I wanted to see if I did something, if I would basically get the reaction that I expected. Okay? And so I put the little things in place for the last month and a half to get this to happen and go down the way that it did.
Phil is literally trying to treat this like the Eric Cartman chili thing. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know. He is actually trying to say, oh no, this is something I had all the pieces on the chessboard. I was moving them according to my grand plan. Like I said, he thinks he's literally Emperor Palpatine. He thinks that he is Darth Sidious, ladies and gentlemen. No, Phil, what it is that you tried to do something. People pointed and laughed like they should have, and you couldn't take it, so now you're trying with the whole, it was an experience cope. And that's what this is. It's a fucking cope, and it's goddamn sad. Just be a man and say that you want to do something that, everybody else does, but you can't do that because it'd make you look like a fucking hypocrite, which you are. You are a hypocrite, Phil.
I sent DMs to LTG that were completely disingenuous DMs.
Oh yeah, sure they were, Phil. That's why you've had video after video after video talking about how you wanted to 1v1 him, but you felt like you were being insulted because he wants so much money or have you lift weights. Yeah, Phil, you were literally just working him. You were working him. No, you're not that smart, Phil. You're not that smart. If you were that smart, Phil, you would not be stuck in that house like you are. If you were as smart as you think you are, Phil, you would have been able to turn the tide against the detractors. You're not that smart. You are Chris Chan levels of idiocy here.
knowing well that eventually he would leak them, as he's leaked every single DM I've ever sent him. I kept saying no drama, no drama, no drama, no drama to build up the fact that people would say, oh, there's no drama. And then if I did this, that
Who said no drama? Give some citations, motherfucker. Who said there was no drama besides you? We all know you're about drama. That's why you constantly attack Wings of Redemption when he started ghosting you. That's why you attacked Kino Casino when they basically ultimately put you out of your misery. That's why you attack side scrollers. That's why you attack Keemstar. That's all you do. That's all you do. You don't know how to just let things go and move on. In a month, it'll be something else that he's going to be getting on all upset about.
people would react. I was purposefully.
Look at this. Look at his eyes. That tells you it all right there, ladies and gentlemen. He is concocting right now as he's talking. Those wheels are turning, and he's like, "Yeah, this is working. This is working. I got them. I literally have them going." I don't know about you, but when he bulges his eyes like this, it freaks me the fuck out.
Watching some detractor content from these guys. You were seeing when I was watching videos on my streams and the related, there was like detractor videos, from Lumix and other.
Oh, by the way, he doesn't watch detractor content. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, he's a good guy. He doesn't partake in detractor content, except when apparently it's people he dislikes.
LTG detractors, like all this stuff was already laid out, the groundwork. All I needed to do was pull the trigger on a day when I felt like this is a day that this would work. And so really the opportunity presented itself when this video came out. I was like, oh, an actual crossover video between two detractors. That's interesting. Let me now use this as my opportunity to conduct my experiment.
I still don't understand what this experiment has to do with LTG and Wings of Redemption having a beef. What does this have to do with Phil? And the answer is it doesn't. It doesn't have anything to do with Phil. He's simply trying to get some clout. He was trying to get some clout off whatever their beef is. This guy is literally like a clout parasite. That's literally what I want to say he's a generational parasite, but I'm not going to go down that route because Aspen Gold did a lot better than I did. But he is a clout parasite. That's literally what he is. He sees something that's going on, and he thinks that maybe if I do something, I can pull over some people. My God. This is fucking sad. This is sad.
Okay. And so I ran my hypothesis. I laid out the experiment.
And of course, just to show how serious he is, he has to snap his fingers. He thinks that if he does these certain things, or if he says certain words, it makes him look like he is in the right. And it doesn't. It just makes him look like a fucking moron.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, the experiment was a smashing success.
Wait a minute. I thought your experiment that it was, largely not liked by your audience. Then it was moderately not liked. Then it was liked. Now it's a smashing. What is it, Phil? What is it really? Come on, dude. When I hear Phil talking about this, you know what it is that I start thinking about? I start thinking about when Chris Chan would go. I think it was either WikiLeaks, not WikiLeaks, Kiwi Farm or Reddit. He would go there under a different profile and try to blow himself up. Yeah, that guy Chris Chan, I hear he is very nice. But people could literally see it go, Chris Chan, get the fuck out of here. We know it's you. Get the fuck out of here. This is that level of idiocy here, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, what was the experiment? The experiment was that if I tried to actually get a reaction from the internet, that the internet would actually bite. And the answer is yes, absolutely, 100%. So much nonsense on the internet is surrounding me. As I keep telling you guys, I am the center of this vortex. That all I want to do is sit here and play games and chill and have fun. But the internet...
Then why don't you? Why don't you just sit in your very small little corner of the internet, play games as poorly as you can, and just be happy with the fucking change that's being thrown at you. You say you're a positive, you want to be an influence for positivity, yet here you are. You're willing to get in the dirt if you think you can get something out of it. You're not a positive person, Phil. You're a hypocrite.
And just wait. They're sitting there outside of the vortex, salivating. Ooh, when's Phil gonna?
Actually, no. I was not sitting there salivating. I was off working. That's something that Phil refuses to do. The thought of work that actually makes Phil goddamn panic and almost piss himself. That's what I was doing.
Say or do something that we can jump on. And so I said, I will give them something. And you might say, well, that sounds very narcissistic. Well, it is.
Thank you, Phil. Phil finally announced to everybody what we already knew, that he was and is and always will be a narcissistic piece of shit. That I can literally end the video right here. Phil announces that he is a narcissist. But I'm not going to, because there's still more to go.
But the point is,
there is no point. You just admitted to what we all already knew, that you're a narcissist, Phil. You have to be the center of everybody's world, not because you actually are, but because your failure parents literally made you think that you are.
What I say is true. You might say, well, gee, Phil's so full of himself, he thinks that if he does anything that everyone's going to react to it. Well, they do. I actually am the center of this focus of attention for
Narcissism 101 with Pig Roach, ladies and gentlemen.
for some bizarre reason. I don't know why. I don't think I'm interesting at all. Being honest with you, I don't think I'm interesting. I think I'm just a normal dude who just wants to play games and hang out with you guys. I don't know where all of this comes from. I never did. I think it's in.
Oh, come on. Is anybody believing this shit? Come on. If you believe this, then you're as fucking stupid as he is.
Okay? And so I said, you know what? I bet if I reacted to other content creators, if I reacted to detractor content, I bet I could get not just my community, but all these other communities would be involved. And it would be this big thing. But let's see what happens, because it could just be a whole nothing and maybe it wouldn't work. It worked.
You notice how he's fidgeting with his fingers? That's an indication that he's getting anxious. He is hoping that people are believing this. And the sad thing is, there are a couple people, mostly his, diehard viewers, are going to believe this. Yeah, Phil, he's very smart. He's very fucking smart. Phil doesn't care about those idiots. He already knows he has those idiots in the bag. He's hoping that his detractors will see this and go, oh my god, he's so fucking smart. I better stop bothering him or he's going to make a video about me. But the thing is, he knows that they're not falling for it, so he's getting nervous, and that's why he's fidgeting with his fingers and everything.
Folks, all the detractors of all of us are making content. All the fans are making content. Everyone's talking about what just happened yesterday. I can't believe DSP made this content. What do you think? Well,
actually, it's pretty much within the realm, Phil. You are known for being a clout chaser. You will do whatever you think it will be possible to get money. That's literally Phil's whole existence. It is just to get money and the pursuit of that. If Phil literally thought he could murder his parents on video and profit from it, you know damn well that he'd be like, okay, Kat, we're going to Connecticut tonight. Make sure you get the arsenic ready. Phil will do anything possible to get 10 cents.
You know, it's kind of hypocritical because he says he doesn't want to be about drama, and now he made a drama video. But you know, the stuff he said in the video is pretty true. Yeah, but he's an asshole about it. He's a dick and blah, blah, blah. Exactly what I planned.
No, it isn't, Phil. You're lying. You're lying. The people like me can see through it. We have built up that defense against the pignosis, as it's called. We can see it. Phil was hoping that he was going to be seen as a legitimate. He was hoping that that video was going to make him look like the next Asmongold. When in reality, he came off as the next Cyrax. That's literally what it is. Phil is Cyrax 2.0.
Like literally every single thing that I thought would happen happened. We had LTG immediately exploding on Twitter, going on his stream, doing a giant rant about me, dropping the DMs, which were fucking fake DMs that I
Oh, just like those fake DMs that you sent, Kino Casino at 2 a.m. when you were drunk off your ass on gin. Okay, Phil, they were fake DMs. Okay, Phil, sure thing.
purposely sent him so he would drop the DMs. I mean, he literally is the most predictable motherfucker on the planet. He's such a simpleton with a simpleton's brain. You can know exactly how he will react to any situation because he doesn't have like intelligent thought or self-awareness. He just acts exactly like you want him to in every situation. And then on the Wings of Redemption side, exactly as I knew would happen, his little friend circle of players ran to him to tattle. Did you hear what DSP did today?
Still, once again, I'm still failing to see how this has jack shit to do with DSPGaming. What does that beef have to do with this parasite? He still hasn't answered that. What makes him feel like he needs to interject himself into that?
Said these things about you on the stream. We told you he's a dick. We told you. You see what we mean? All of it came exactly into existence as I had planned. 100%. Not even a misstep. It all fired on every cylinder. All the Wings detractors made videos. The LTG detractors are making videos. X blew up. It all
Really? Did X blow up because of what this debt-ridden parasite said? No, it did not. No, it did not. I don't see Asmongold covering this. I sure as hell don't see Moist Critical covering this. Hell, I don't even see fucking Keemstar covering this. How did X blow up if none of those guys are talking about it?
all happened because I said so.
Oh boy.
Pretty scary, don't you think?
Nah, not scary at all
Pretty
because
scary
nothing
to know that
happened.
I played everyone, and I just set this entire thing up for a reason. So allow me to end it like this, all right? All you people out there who follow this drama content, and this is all you do, like all you do is you follow people, you hound them, you make
Okay, like how Phil hounds Asmongold via DMs at 1:30 in the morning. Okay, Phil, yeah, let's go on with this.
content about them. You watch the drama content that others make about people, all right? You're wasting your life, but I can't stop you from wasting your life. But I just want you to understand something. It's a simpleton's game. It can easily be played. It can easily be milked. It can easily be used for gain, for pain, for whatever. Because the people involved in this are not the smartest people on the planet. They're the dumbest, all right? At any moment, I could go into drama and I could easily manipulate the entire community for my own purposes. Or I could just ignore drama forever.
That's what you said you were going to do. You said you were going to. You also said you were going to starve the trolls. Look at how long that lasted. What? 14, 15 hours before you couldn't hold out anymore. It's just like with the drama content, Phil. You are known for being a quitter. That's all you are. You can't hold true to what you claim. You're no longer going to do drama. Here you are doing drama. You're no longer going to feed the trolls. You're feeding the trolls. You were going to listen to your viewers. You're going to let them, choose what you play. Well, that never happened.
And stay out of it and also be successful. I can do whatever I want because someone who actually is smart and has talent can do whatever they want.
You're right. A person who is smart and talented can do whatever they want. Hell, I'm proof of that. I have a nice paying job and I am now a partnered member of YouTube. Thank you to everybody who has, helped make that possible. I am very grateful to all of you. That's what people who are talented and dedicated can do. Phil, you're not that. You're not that. You have one of your big projects now is you're now doing a morning show, which is literally just a renamed podcast. It's nothing new, Phil. The one thing that could have shown that you are capable of changing and adapting and doing something new, the IRL streams. You originally talked about, oh, I got these cameras, I got this selfie stick, I got these microphones, I can now go out and do stuff. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. The farthest you're going to go is that stupid fucking roach-infested closet and you're going to be, doing shit in there. You're never going to leave that house. Why? Because you're too fucking afraid. You're afraid of whatever lies outside that gate. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Phil. Hitting on people for over 15 years does happen to make a lot of people hate you. I'd be afraid too if I was in your place.
And again, you could say, well, that's narcissistic. Well, guess what? It's fact. It doesn't matter.
You're still a narcissist. That's fact, Phil. You admitted you are.
Matter if it's narcissistic or not. If it's true.
Well, it doesn't matter if I'm a narcissist. It's true. No, Phil, you're still a narcissist. Well, we already knew that.
I performed the experiment. It 100% worked. I proved my point. Now I'm going to go back to doing what I love. But just know that at any moment, I can manipulate all of these simpleton idiots to do exactly what I want and how I planned it.
He has a button, ladies and gentlemen. Look out. He's going to press a button. Oh, no. He's gonna push the button. My fat ass is actually quaking. Oh, no. You're not going to do anything.
All right? So, thanks for watching that garbage content.
Well, hey, you literally said what we all know, Phil. Your content is garbage.
I really hope you enjoyed it, but I'm not going to be making that kind of content regularly at all. I'm going to move forward and do positive stuff like I intend. And I hope that you understand that. And for my fans who were freaking out and saying, oh, no, why is he doing this? I'm not doing it. Don't worry. Like, that's never my intention. It never was. But I wanted to prove a point. I've proven that point. It's very simple. I am the puppet master, and everyone out there in the drama community.
So this is basically I'm in control of my own destiny 2.0, basically.
Communities are my puppets. At any moment, I can snap, and I can make you jump. I can make you flick. I can make you do a backflip. I can make you say what I want you to say. I can make you do exactly what I...
Okay, Phil, if you can make us say whatever you want us to say, why don't you make us say that Phil is the greatest person ever to walk this earth, and that Phil never asked his viewers to click on those ads, and that Phil never lied about his bankruptcy, and on and on and on and on.
I want, because I know how you think. You're not smart. You're stupid. You're very easy to manipulate. You're very gullible. Every person who's into this garbage drama, you need a life. I can't make you get a life. I've tried to convince you for years to get one. So now, if ever I feel like I need to, I'm going to use it for my own personal gain, and you're going to like it.
Are you guys listening to this? This is, you need help, Phil. You need help. If Kat is there, Kat, get this guy help. We know she's not there, but still, Kat, get this guy help.
And that's all I have to say about that. Actually, Koroxy Jr., no, you didn't miss a lot over the past couple of days. It was one stream. Literally one stream of nonsense, and I got it out of my system, and I tested the waters, and I'm like, okay, it worked. And now I'm like, all right, back to normal. And we're all back to normal around here. We're not going to have, any kind of nonsense. All right, so hold on one second, because here we go. We got to ban a bunch of people, of course.
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, he made everybody dance. He made everybody talk. He doesn't fear the detractors or goddamn hiccups. He made the detractors talk, dance, flip, whatever. He's not afraid of the detractors. What's the first thing he does? People start pointing at him and making fun, and his fragile ego cannot prevent him from banning them. Does this really sound like the guy who did an Eric Cartman-esque scientific experiment? No, it's not. It's literally a lol cow who got upset that people were pointing and laughing at him, and now he's trying to, explain his way out of it. If he was truly not afraid and he didn't care what people said, he wouldn't give a flying fuck what those trolls were saying. But what's he doing? He just had this grandiose speech where he talked about how he owned everybody, and now he is busy blocking people. He's busy blocking because his ego is so fucking fragile.
Here we go. Bunch of trolls, because I started speaking truth. Here they all come.
True. Just because you say something, Phil, doesn't make it mean that it's the truth. It just doesn't. Here's the truth. Phil groomed Panda. That's the truth. Here's another truth. Phil lied about the bankruptcy money. That's the truth.
They attack the chat with nonsense. Let's see here. Get rid of this idiot.
Ooh.
Go.
Oh, look at him. He's so tough, guys.
Go.
He's so tough. Look at him. He's going after them.
Here's another one. All right. You're right. Yes. Pringles fan says you kicked off an orgiastic symphony of detraction. You're right. That's exactly what happened. This
Thanks a lot, Ryan.
giant circle of detractors just exploded because I made that stream. It's just hilarious how easy it is to control all these people. Okay. All right. I'm still taking care of because sadly we didn't have any moderators here. And I'm just taking care of all the idiots who came in with the troll accounts. There we go.
Remember, Einstein level narcissist over here. He is having to block people because they're hurting his feelings. This is the guy who apparently did 10D chess, and yet he's having to block people because they are hurting his feelings right now.
Okay, I think I got rid of them all. I mean, there was like 10 of these accounts from like the same person too. I didn't even check on the kick side. All right, everyone give me 1 second. I think I may have forgotten to open my window because it feels pretty hot. Hold on.
Yeah, you know, people who are notorious liars and everything that have to work themselves into a lather because they're trying to explain a lie, they tend to get warm. So yeah, I'm not shocked that he had to go open that window up because knowing him, he's probably having to go and hyperventilate over there also. Oh, by the way, he still had to scoot around the table. Still fucking hilarious.
The content I want to put out, but at any moment, I can now transition into that.
He's going to press a button, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to press a button.
The response that I want or expect. It's all good. Thanks for $5 there. And then I got another 500 kicks from Joe Hendry Believer. I think detractors are believing in Joe Hendry for evil, and this is very sad. I don't know what these wrestling memes are, but thanks. Super chats. So Chim Char did a $5 super chat and says, your fans wanted Arc Raiders gameplay. Why was it more important to give detractors content yesterday than do Arc Raiders?
That is an awesome question. Now listen to what Phil has to say.
Because you're lying.
People come to see a game player play video games, and they get upset that the game player, instead of playing video games, does something else. Apparently, he's lying. Okay, Phil, sure thing.
You didn't want Arc Raiders gameplay. If you did, you would have been there for Arc Raiders on Tuesday.
How do you know he wasn't there? Not everybody who's there has to talk. Maybe there are people who just like to stay in the background and watch the video. Or watch the stream, whatever you want to call it. There is no mandatory rule that says if you go to somebody's stream, you are expected to talk to them.
When everyone complained, I already did too much Arc Raiders in too short of a time.
Who? Citations. Who told you, Phil? Who told you that you played too much Arc Raiders?
And to stretch it out more, it was getting boring.
Who, Phil?
You're a liar. You're not even a regular. No one believes.
Wow. He is now saying Chimchar is not a regular. I remember Chimchar being in that chat for at least 5 months. Hell, I think it was late this last summer that he blocked Chimchar, or he booted Chimchar or whatever, and it caused a little bit of a revolt on Kick.
You. So thanks for $5, but no, you're full of crap. In addition, I already had announced overnight there was no Arc Raiders, so no one should have been attending that stream expecting Arc Raiders when I had already.
Not everybody goes to X, Phil. Not everybody checks your little fucked up autistic schedule either. They just know you're on from this time to that time. Not everybody checks all your social media, Phil.
He canceled it way in advance. Okay. And then Chim Char did a $5 super chat. He says, what do you mean you're not doing it? You did it. You literally did it. Instead of Arc Raiders, you're not making sense right now. What are you talking about? No idea. Thanks for $5. I'm just not going to read his messages anymore. He's deranged.
Wow. This guy is calling other people deranged. This guy who openly admitted that he is a narcissist is calling other people deranged.
Okay. Yes, actually, yes. So Frank Reynolds did a $5 super chat and says, so your point is when you act like an unhinged, narcissistic, obsessed lunatic, people will call you an unhinged, narcissistic, obsessed lunatic. My point is that whenever I do anything, everyone jumps. If I snap my fingers, people report it. All right? And so I have an impact.
I still fail to see how this has anything to do with LTG and Wings of Redemption.
A ripple effect across the internet for absolutely no reason. And I can even eclipse and include other people in it, whether it's Wings, whether it's LTG, or many others. It's just crazy how you act. Not me, because I'm just here to chill.
Oh, not me. I'm the sane one. I'm the same guy. It's all of you. You're all the evil people. You're not helping your cause here, Phil. You're not helping your cause, dude.
Have a good time with games. What's crazy is your behavior. The fact that you react like this to everything that I do. If I pick my nose, it's a video. If I, scratch my ear, did you see he scratched his ear and he wiped it on his shirt? That's a video. That's insanity. That's not normal behavior. You're a weirdo. That's the point I'm making, is that just because I make content or I say something in a video doesn't mean that it's so important, but you are so desperate for drama and content and views that you have to report it like an idiot. No one cares.
Apparently you're caring. You went on this massive scientific experiment, Phil. Yet you say nobody cares. You care, Phil.
Except you and your weirdo obsessed community. That's the point I'm making. And I can now manipulate it however I want, whenever I want, because
serious question. Are we starting to have DSPGaming's version of the Galactic Merge? Is that what this is? Whereas Chris Chen thinks that some fucking galaxies are going to merge into whatever. Phil is literally getting the idea that he can now control people. Or is that what? Are we having the intergalactic merge arc, basically?
I'm smarter than you. That's the point I was making yesterday. Thanks for $5. And Princess Luna has gifted our first membership of the day. Thank you so much, Princess.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks for the money, Ryan.
Appreciate that very much. Okay. Good stuff. Thank you, Princess Luna. Really appreciate it. Good to see you here today. And thanks to these people who like to throw me money to say dumb stuff. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I appreciate it.
Well, that's one thing I do agree with Phil on. The people who do give him money, the trolls, the dents, and the LARPers, they are dumb motherfuckers. So I gotta give him credit on that.
The money. It's not very smart of you, but hey, I can't make you smart. So who do we got here today? Let's do some hellos, and then we will get into some reacting. I have a lot of reacting that I want to do today. So who do we got today? Bave Lines, Zelocity Wins, John Redcorn, of course, Princess Luna, HWT, hashtag Fluffy, CD, Cabal, Raphael is here, Pirovash, Nemesis T-Type, Pepe.
You gotta think that some of these people that are not Ryan's sock accounts, you gotta think that some of these people are so desperate for this guy's attention. It's fucking sad.
Ridiculous. SR Trumbull, how are you? Very good. BRS, what's up? Stormforce Gamer, how are you? Well, Stormforce Gamer, here's the thing. He says, is it worth it if you upset your longtime real fans? But that's the point I'm making. I'm not doing that because I'm not making that content.
You just did. You literally said you made that. He literally said that he made that content to show that he can make drama content. And now he's going, oh, I didn't make that content. Oh, I can't wait to see how he backtracks out of this one.
It was an experiment. It worked. Now I know exactly what I can do in the future if I need to.
You already did, you dumb fuck.
But I don't want to have to use it. It's kind of like that big red button.
Oh, there it is. There's the button reference.
You have on your desk. Oh, here it goes. Don't make me hit it. Don't make me do it.
Oh, God, look out, everybody. An unemployed fucktard is willing to press the red button. Oh God, I'm scared now.
You see what happens when I do it? All I want to do is play games and have fun. Leave me alone, or I'll hit that fucking button over here. You see?
Oh God, I'm so scared now. I'm so scared I'm not going to be able to go to bed and sleep normally tonight. Oh God.
No one, in truth, no one's upset because you would. Here's when you would be.
You're right, Phil. No one is upset. We're laughing at you. We're laughing and pointing at the fact you think that you pulled off some super Lex Luthor style, experiment. You didn't. Okay, Phil. You're Bizarro. You are the DC's version of Bizarro. That's what you are.
Upset. If I said, I'm doing that all the time now. This is exactly the content I want to put out. Because look, I got double views. I made money. Everyone talked about me. That would truly be narcissism. That's what actual narcissism is.
You literally just said earlier in this video, you are a narcissistic person, Phil.
Is seeking out that level of attention just for the sake that you love attention for yourself. I don't. I actually just want to be left alone and play games with my chill audience. And that's what I intend to do. But the only way you would know what's really going to happen is unless you test it. So there you have it. We saw it. It's all there in black and white. It's been proven. And now we move on. So you don't have to worry. If you're a fan of mine and you like gaming and you're here to chill, you're in the right place. Like I said, it really was just a one-off thing. And now I know that if I need to, I can use it, but I'm probably not hoping to never have to. Okay? So no worries there. Okay. Cool. And then we have Lance Catamaran.
What the fuck did I just watch? Holy shit. Holy shit. I swear that every day this guy remains in isolation, it's getting worse and worse and worse for him. He thinks that I'm still trying to understand his fucking logic. And I don't think anybody can truly understand it because there is no logic there. Basically, what it was, like I said at the beginning of this video, he thought he was going to do something that was going to instantly get him fame and recognition on the scale of Asmongold and Moist Critical. When it didn't happen and people started pointing and laughing, he decided to, to veer off course and do this whole, it was an experiment, guys. Gotcha. But sadly, it did not work out either way for him. It did not work out either way, and now I think we are literally watching a guy just crash and burn. But that's it, everybody. I will see you next time. Could be tomorrow, could be next week, whenever. See you guys later. Peace out.